So hello and welcome to the fourth section of the Neckarsteig, the so-called Neckar Trail. Today we are hiking from Neckargerach to a little town called Neunkirchen. On our way we are going to visit a beautiful, hopefully beautiful castle, which is called Minneburg. Minne is an old German word for love, and I don't know if this is a telling name, and I don't know what to expect there. Well, I guess as you are watching this movie, you are interested in the trail. Perhaps you are going to hike it as well. So I do not beat around the bush for too long and start showing you what it is like. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. One can see Castle Minneburg already on the bridge that leads over the river Neckar, the bridge that you must cross when you leave the village of Gutenberg. Under the bridge there is a campground here with Indian teepees for holidaymakers, and standing on the bridge you have a wonderful and scenic view over the river Neckar valley. We did our first stop in Gutenberg at the village well, where we informed ourselves about the history of the region with the help of this very informative board that is not far away from the well. Having read that, we entered the woods and we started a long hike up a valley which is the former riverbed of the river Neckar. Here the river Neckar used to flow, but that was a few thousand years ago. Today there is just a very long valley here at our right. At our left there is the forest, and we are following this small path. At the horizon you can see a little village called Neckargerach, which is on the other side of the valley and former riverbed, and we are going to walk the way back on the other side of that valley. So here there is a little memorial sign of a fellow teacher, a teacher that got killed when skiing there. So we are approaching the village Neckargerach and came across this shelter where we had our luncheon and our first long break. There's even a bench where you can lie down and rest. We saw many cherry trees with tasty red cherries, sweet cherries. Here that's the first chapel in Neckargerach, the Marienkapelle, St. Mary's Chapel, the town hall and the former schoolhouse in one building, a second church, so-called Liebfrauenkirche, and back we went into the woods. Here a sort of strawberry, you can eat, but it's not very tasty. Insects are also there, all the flowers blooming in beautiful colors, and the berries are blooming as well. The dung beetles having a party, using some horse dung that's on the trail, so they are feasting. And back we go on the other side of the valley that I have just mentioned. Thomas is a little bit ahead of me, and we are getting closer to the ruins of the castle, which is our next aim. When you reach the ruins of the castle, we have hiked about a little bit more than half of the trail. Here it is, the so-called Minneburg, Minne Castle. Minne is an old High German word that means love. So in modern English it would be the love castle, whatever this might mean. There used to be a moat around the castle. You mustn't enter the building itself because it is dangerous. I guess it is under reconstruction. You can enter this platform or former garden, which is below the castle. There's also an information board that gives you information about the history. Another sign that tells you that you mustn't enter it. But in the garden of the castle, you have this scenic view over the valley. On the other side there is Gutenberg, where we parked our cars some 4 hours ago. A little bit frustrating, you just walked a huge circle. And you're still quite far away from the village you're aiming at. Here you see the rest of buildings that had been built underneath the castle. Here one last view at the tower. Thomas and I shot our picture. That's what we usually do on trails. And back we went into the woods on the so-called well path. This little well here gave its name for this trail. Occasionally you come across shelters. This here means favorite place. Somebody has put up this sign to mark their favorite place. Another memorial sign. A hunter got killed here when hunting. Not in 1825, but that was a border stone, an historic border stone. But it was very pleasant hiking all day long in the shade, in the forest. It was a warm summer day. I think we wouldn't have enjoyed it so much walking in hot sunshine, but yeah, we hiked exactly 11 miles and 10 of these 11 miles were in the shade. Here we go downhill, crossing a little run with a little bit of water in it. When you reach this sign on which you read the word Stolzeneck, proud corner in German, you are 3.1 kilometers away from Neunkirchen, and that's the village where our car is parked. The trail leads along this little water run, which is at our right. Thomas is a bit ahead of me. You must be careful, you must not miss this shelter, because the trail turns left. You easily miss it, and then you hike in the wrong direction. However, we did not miss it. And then we entered a forest that was very cool, a lot of shade, and really, really pleasant. Went uphill, so we welcomed the shade again. and it was a very, very good feeling. You could smell the moisty forest, the moisty leaves on the ground. You could smell the plants, the blooming. Everything was just beautiful. So, and when leaving this dark forest, you come on a trail that's called Hohenweg. Here this is a kindergarten, a forest kindergarten, which is already at the outskirts of Neunkirchen. We are not far away from the parking lot where we had parked the car. So we are approaching the village. Here this road is already paved. We then passed a football field that I did not film. It's at the left now. It was just a football field. So, and at the end of this trail you can already see the village at the horizon. Well, we are on our last mile. Another 10 minutes and we will reach the car. Thank you for watching. I hope you got an impression what this section is like and enjoyed it. So once again, thank you for watching and bye bye. The wood suddenly stops quite abruptly. Our car is, or can be seen, it's the white car, at the end of that road that we had reached now. And it's the end of a very pleasant and wonderful hike. Hello.